CARMIT.
Hello, how are you guys? Hi, Australia. Good morning.
Oh,
Good morning
it's so
to you.
good to have you on the show. Last time we saw you, we were all TikToking away here in Sydney. My girl, just as that.
Was so fun.
It was so much fun.
Job.
She did do a good job, you're right.
Well, thank you very much. But, we had no idea, did we, that this whole COVID-19 outbreak was about to hit. Any ideas would become so... Did you have any idea that it would get so bad?
Honestly, it was interesting. When we were there, the conversation was coming up a lot. I saw it on the news at the time. The whole thing with the toilet paper was almost comical, but now it's a reality. I mean, I think we're in the 40-something days over here of quarantine, and it's real, and it's a global pandemic. And I wish I was there. We were actually supposed to be there very soon for the So Pop tour. And, it's a bummer, but listen, everybody's postponed it this time.
Yeah, because you came from here and then you went to the UK and you and your bandmates nearly got stuck there as lockdowns began. So this whole thing, it was kind of chasing you around the globe, and it must have been quite terrifying. I mean, knowing that you may not...
me.
Yeah, it was you guys. It was the Pussycat dolls chasing
Super
virus.
spreaders, no.
But can you take us back...
You created it, great.
Can you take us back to that time, though, when you were in the UK thinking, well, I may not be able to get home?
Yeah, we, after our run in Australia, we went back to London to begin rehearsals for the tour. We were very excited. We had a lot of momentum, and we were super amped to get going on the tour. This is the big reunion after 10 years. And literally when we landed, the restrictions kind of started popping up. We heard about the US travel restrictions. And I was basically in my room for 2 days quarantined and just hoping and praying that we could get back home in time so I could be with my family, because the whole thing was very uncertain and indefinite when we could even get home if we were to stay, which was a possibility of staying and rehearsing, not knowing what was going to happen. So I'm glad that I did get home to be with my family. As you see this.
We're looking at those beautiful photos right now with your gorgeous family and your daughter. Is it Keala?
Keala. Yes.
Keala. You two have been absolutely smashing it on TikTok. So what's it like to, have the mother and daughter time and being on, not on tour? Because you were supposed to be here, but you're not. So are you enjoying that?
I have to say, I mean, listen, in the beginning, it was definitely a devastating halt to, what we were doing in our trajectory. We were supposed to be away for 3 months touring, and I prepared myself for that. It wasn't easy, for sure. But, the TikTok thing started with you, okay? You feel it. And then I came home, and now we're all getting into this crazy TikTok game because there's, not much else to do.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Belinda introduced me to TikTok as well. It's really addictive. It has affected this tour that you were supposed to do, the So Pop tour. You've got so many fans here. How do you think the future of the music industry is going to go? Because we're hearing that, there may not be any international touring in this country, at least for possibly 12 months, maybe even longer. And then when it does get up, will people have the money, that disposable income? What are you hearing over there in America?
There's a lot of different things that I'm hearing. I honestly don't know what's going to happen as far as concerts and the music industry in that world, because I think the sports industry is going to even have to open up before the concert world does. And even then, I think people are going to be very skeptical, maybe scared to really still go out and go back to the way life was before. This is the new normal, and there's a lot of hesitation even as to the information, with Corona at this point. So right now, I think it's just important to take care of ourselves, stay healthy, stay safe until the lockdown, is lifted. And I know you have, well, first of all, I heard your beautiful voice, and you have 3 kids too. Are you doing TikTok?
2 seconds. We can't
There's a Skype call coming in somewhere.
There's a Skype call. There we go.
It's gone.
Okay,
so what did you ask us at the end?
Just rewind 20 seconds and start again. What were you saying?
Okay. Well, with the question, I was just saying that there's just more uncertainty, and I personally think that maybe sports events will have to open up before live concerts and things
Yes.
do, but any mass gatherings are going to have to be adjusted to whatever the new is going to look like. It's not going to go back to what it was. And I think people are going to be, have hesitations to even go into large group gatherings. So we'll see what happens. And everybody's just kind of finding their way. But what I was saying, David, is that I know you're a beautiful singer, but have you been doing TikToks with your kids?
I haven't been doing it with my kids yet. I've got one plan to try out with them, but I haven't. But I've got a daughter and she likes dancing, so I think I might look at yours because she's about the same age and get some inspiration, and I'll upload them.
I see them practicing their little journalism.
Yeah, they were pressing journey. That's exactly right. Well, look, thank you so much for your time. We hope that you do come back down to Australia in the future. And when you do, come on in here and we can at least see each other close.
TikTok.
Yeah, we can.
When self-distancing's over.
We might have to do it on Zoom, but I wish I was there. I cannot wait to be back in Australia. And I know that it will be, let's say, sooner than later, hopefully, and before next year.
Yeah, let's hope so. We love the Pussycat dolls. Thanks so much.